Her evil twin sister couldn't stand her beauty. She would always spy on Ifeoma from the shades of the grass. One moonless night, Ngozi made her move. She ventured into the village disguised as Ifeoma, using her dark magic to imitate her sister's enchanting appearance. In the village of Umunede, it was a place of peace and harmony. The villagers were always seeking to help one another until one unfortunate day. There lived a young woman named Olama. Olama was pregnant for twins and she was already due to conceive. She gave birth to a beautiful baby called Ifeoma. Ifeoma was born with a gold coin in her hands. It was seen as a good sign, a symbol of wealth, and suddenly there was a beautiful rainbow across the sky, a sign of her destiny to bring happiness to the village. It wasn't long after she was born that her twin sister, Ngozi, came out of her mother's womb. There was a sudden darkness that befell the land, a mystery no one understood. Why is everywhere dark just as this baby was born? These were the words of the villagers. The following day, Olama was forced to abandon her baby, who when was born, darkness befell the land. After all was said and done, she dropped her baby in the midst of the forest and left. Days, months, and years. Ifeoma was 4 years old, dressed in traditional clothing, running through the tall grasses with other children. The people of the village adored her and she was cherished amongst all. However, in the forest where Ifeoma's twin sister was abandoned, she was looked after by an old woman who was banished from the village long time ago. The old woman took care of Ifeoma's twin sister, whom she called Ngozi. Ngozi was told 4 stories about her twin sister Ifeoma, and such her hatred grew every single day, and her heart was as dark as the night. Being that her twin sister Ifeoma was so beautiful, she resented her even more. Months and years passed. Ifeoma was all grown, tall, beautiful. She was admired by most men. Her eyes sparkled like the stars in the sky. On the other hand, her evil twin sister couldn't stand her beauty. She would always spy on Ifeoma from the shades of the grass. One moonless night, Ngozi made her move. She ventured into the village disguised as Ifeoma, using her dark magic to imitate her sister's enchanting appearance. The villagers were fooled, believing Ngozi, who was disguised as Ifeoma, was with them at the grand festival in the village square. Ngozi danced, sang, and charmed the villagers into a trance. But as the night wore on, the people began to notice that something was strange. Ifeoma has always been kind, pure at heart, but the impostor who happened to be her twin had none of these qualities. She laughed at the misfortunes of others and caused chaos to unfold. When Ngozi saw that she had overstayed her welcome, she disappeared into the shadows of the forest. The villagers awoke from their trance and soon realized that something was terribly wrong. They realized that someone had disguised to be Ifeoma, and they were filled with fear and anger. They knew they had to seek the wisdom of the village elder, who was known as Nneka. She was known for the knowledge of the ancient rituals and powerful charms. Nneka summoned the village elders and devised a plan to expose the evil twin. She prepared a magic potion that would reveal the true identity of the impostor. So they agreed to gather in the village square that evening, and Nneka would summon the evil twin. That evening, as Ifeoma stood by Nneka alongside the villagers, Nneka cast a spell for the truth to be revealed. Not long, the spell was cast, Ifeoma evil twin sister came out of the forest reluctantly. And she said, Ifeoma, I hated you so much so, because mother chose you and abandoned me. What was my crime? I was just a baby, yet she abandoned me in the forest to die because of what people think. I am not a bad person. You all made me like this. You caused it all. You all caused it. You made me this way. And she kept crying. Ifeoma, whose heart was filled with compassion, forgave her sister, and she embraced her wholeheartedly and asked the villagers to forgive her sister and accept her. It was the power of forgiveness and acceptance of the villagers that ultimately transformed Ngozi. Her heart began to change, and her appearance slowly transformed into a rare beauty. From that day on, the village prospered, and the two sisters lived in harmony. Their bond became stronger than ever. The moral of this story is that true beauty is not one's appearance, but in the goodness of the heart, and we should always learn to treat our children equally, regardless of what the society might think. If you enjoyed this story, kindly subscribe to our channel and give this video a huge thumbs up. Until then, I'll see you all in my next video.